Hi, this is Acetol, and this is 6 Conqueror's Blade report for August 29th, 2020. So, there was no bug on this territorial war, so we actually had a war tonight. We'll start with Liangyun. There was a power vacuum left by Aiko and the High Council leaving the region for the Borderlands. The remedy secured the western Liangyun that was once owned by Aiko and Republic. Headhunters took some land from what was owned by Aiko on the western central Liangyun. Victorium took their land back on the northern Liangyun. Noodleheads secured their eastern Liangyun area and then pushed north to Maoyang to fight against Fire Nation. Now let's go into Maoyang. Heretics and Off Convenience left the region, creating a vacuum on Maoyang region. So Khans took the northern Maoyang, and Fire Nation fought against Noodleheads on Maoyang. However, Noodleheads pushed the Fire Nation from the south, taking their eastern land, and the Fire Nation was pushed to western Maoyang. Republic held and secured and held their Dalkin pocket as well. It seems like there's a strong conflict between Fire Nation and Noodleheads at this point. Now to Osteria. There was a vacuum left by Defiance, Of Convenience, and Blacklisted, leaving the region to Borderlands. Acquiescence held southwestern Osteria and pushed south to Ungavaria against Leaderfair. Bifrost secured the Dryvalder pocket, but they gave up the northwestern pocket. House Nature from Bifrost left the alliance to join Celts. The Celts, who was known to be pacifist, created an alliance with Deathblood and Nature to secure Northwest, and they seem to be willing to fight against Durandon from Dragon's Fury. From what I heard, there was a bad blood built between Durandon and the Celts when Durandon members started to gank Celt members continuously. This forced the Celts to change their structure and create a new alliance to fight back against Durandon. Courts took the Ulster pocket, while Draconis combined took the northern villages on northwestern Osteria. Iron Empire secured the cities around Agolia. Lastly, Dragon's Fury had divided their forces, it seems. Durandon was securing the southeastern pocket area near Steinklippe, while Leaderfair was securing the Westweg Fort pocket and defending their land against Knolikrews on Ungavaria. That's it for Osteria. Now to Ungavaria. Ungavaria. Yellow Turban and Iron Empire only left a little force behind to defend their land since they were busy on the Borderlands. Ragnarok and the Dark Pack maintained their position mostly, each gained a village, and that was all. Iron Empire held most of the north and the middle part that they secured from last territorial war. Yellow Turban held eastern Ungavaria but lost southeastern to Low Bastion as Low Bastion pushed hard against Yellow Turban. The Chang'an city took middle eastern Ungavaria from Yellow Turbans and Iron Empire. On northwestern Ungavaria, Leaderfair and Acquiescence were fighting over the land on northwestern Ungavaria and southwestern Osteria. Now to the Borderlands. Let's start with northern Borderlands. Blacklisted and Off Convenience fought over northwestern Borderlands, but at the end, Blacklisted won the northwestern Borderland. On north central and west central Borderlands, Iron Empire secured those lands. Republic secured northeastern Borderlands, and the High Council secured central eastern Borderlands. Undead Lord secured pocket near Acheron and even pushed to Fujian. However, Iron Empire contested those lands against UDL and destroyed the UDL army from the Borderlands. Southern Borderlands. It was a mess on Southern Borderlands. So let's see what happened there. When Heavenly Kingdom invaded Osteria for content, it taught a lot of lessons to the bigger alliances. Heavenly Kingdom attacks alliances one by one. It could be multiple weaker alliances too, but they wouldn't attack too many at once. So they neutraled a lot of the Osterian houses who they attacked for content before the Borderlands opened up. and they decided to focus on yellow turbans mostly. So it's the same tactic where Heavenly Kingdom is focusing one enemy at a time, which is very good tactic in my opinion. I would respect them for that. However, as Niccolo Machiavelli said, war begins when you will, but they do not end when you please. So the alliances like the High Council and Republic decided to continue the fight against Heavenly Kingdom and not let Yellow Turban fall, and do not repeat Heavenly Kingdom's conquest of one by one. Defiance joined in here as well, since if Yellow Turban falls, the next target will be Defiance. So at the end, a coalition was created between Defiance, the High Council, Yellow Turban, and Republic to stop Heavenly Kingdom from conquering everyone one by one. And it was a mess. The Republic sent around 30 players to help the coalition fight against Heavenly Kingdom. Heavenly Kingdom pushed from the King's Valley to secure the land all the way till Tizum. However, Defiance was pushing from north and Yellow Turban was contesting them on the south. This time, Heavenly Kingdom was outnumbered, but despite the number shortage, they still put up a good fight against Yellow Turban and Defiance. Defiance wiped out Heavenly Kingdom from the northern area, while Yellow Turban struggled a bit against Forbidden City on the southern borderland. Eventually, the Krullik, the city that is home to Radiance, was taken by Forbidden City. Cohorts were defending Britia and Wellwine from all invaders, but it was mostly Heavenly Kingdom who invaded those cities, but cohorts held their ground as well. And the biggest opponent for everyone was the lag. When the dust of war settled, Heavenly Kingdom only had one city in the Borderlands. However, Heavenly Kingdom was happy with the challenges and the content. There was a report of slot locking again. According to the accusation, Yellow Turban and Defiance slot locked against Heavenly Kingdom. So I reached out to Defiance and Yellow Turban to speak their side. I even heard that Republic was slot locking as well. However, it wasn't Republic, it was Latin Warriors on that battle, and their emblem looks very similar to ours. That is why there was a confusion for that. When I asked Defiance regarding Latin Warriors' slot locking accusation, the Defiance leadership told me that they were accidentally joining into the battle, and they told the Latin Warriors to pull out from the battle. It was not intentional, it was accident. There was an accusation with Yellow Turban slot locking against Heavenly Kingdom to help cohorts defend their city. However, when I asked the Yellow Turban leadership of this incident, Yellow Turban leadership said they were attacking the same cohort city. Since cohorts are not their ally, they can attack the city owned by cohorts as well. Heavenly Kingdom had a video of Yellow Turbans team killing the Heavenly Kingdom member. To this, I asked Yellow Turban what their side of the story is, and Yellow Turban said it was not intentional, there was no order to team kill anyone, and if the player team killed intentionally, because a lot of team kills happen accidentally as well, he should be punished for team killing. Yellow Turban said they don't give any special treatment to any of their members. If they deserve to be banned, they will be banned. Now, I do want to hear more from Heavenly Kingdom's side about this incident. If they have more proof to show that it was intentional and the order was given from the leadership, I would greatly appreciate the information. It is very difficult to prove or disprove whether the intention was there. However, at the end, I would say it wouldn't matter because Midol Games won't do anything about it anyway. That's it for today's report. Thank you.